Beloved, welcome to episode 3 of our collaborative arc, The Watcher Beyond Thought. If episode 1 awakened the Watcher and episode 2 taught you to see thought as weather, episode 3 reveals who exactly is generating the weather. Because when the Watcher becomes conscious, it begins to see the mind is not one voice but many. Not a singular narrator, but a cast, a troupe of internal characters who perform the story of me. Most people never meet these characters. They only hear the noise. They only feel the presence. They only experience the emotional consequences. But the Watcher can see what is actually happening. Once you recognize the inner cast, you will never again take these voices as truth. You will see them as thought forms, not identity, as roles, not reality. Today we meet the 5 archetypes that shape most internal narratives. You have number 1, the narrator, 2, the judge, 3, the protector, 4, the historian, and 5, the strategist. These characters are not your enemies. They were formed to protect you. They were psychological survival avatars, old mechanisms created long before you had the awareness you have now. When the Watcher sees them, the power dissolves. Their grip loosens. Their volume softens. This episode is the beginning of that softening. Part 1. Why the mind creates characters. The mind fragments into roles for one reason: safety. Children do not have the capacity to regulate, understand, or articulate complex emotional experiences, so the mind begins creating internal voices to help make sense of the world. Each voice forms around a need: to navigate danger, to seek approval, to avoid punishment, to protect belonging, to prevent emotional overwhelm, to maintain identity stability. These voices become familiar, and what is familiar becomes me, until the Watcher awakens and you realize the one who sees the character cannot be the character. Let's meet them. Part 2. Character 1, their narrator, the storyteller. Their narrator is the voice that creates continuous commentary about your life. It narrates everything: what you're doing, how you're doing, what others might think, what might happen next, how you should interpret events. It speaks in paragraphs, analyzes, self-evaluates, and predicts. The narrator shows up because the mind wants control. It believes it can explain everything. It can prevent pain. The Watcher sees, the narrator is narrating again. And with that, the spell breaks. The commentary becomes sound, not self. Part 3, Character 2, the judge, the inner critic. The judge is the sharpest voice in the cast. It evaluates, it condemns, it compares, it exaggerates flaws, it sets impossible standards. It says things like, you should be doing more, you messed up, people are judging you, you aren't enough. The judge formed early in life to help you adapt to external expectations. It monitored your behavior so you could remain accepted and safe. But now, the judge is outdated software. The Watcher sees the judge not as truth, but as a frightened child trying to keep you in line. And when you see it clearly, it loosens its grip instantly. Part 4, Character 3, the protector, the anxious planner. The protector is a voice of fear disguised as responsibility. It worries, it plans, it anticipates, it runs simulations, it tries to manage every possible future danger. Its intention is pure: let me keep you safe. But its methods are exhausting. claustrophobic thinking, hypervigilance, anxiety spikes, constant readiness. The protector is simply the nervous system's attempt to prevent another past wound from happening again. The watcher gently observes. This is not danger. This is the protector trying to help. With that recognition, fear softens into insight, and anxiety becomes manageable movement, not identity. Part 5. Character 4. The Historian, the Wounded Past. The historian is the voice that brings up old memories, old hurts, old meanings, old betrayals, old failures. The historian's not malicious. It genuinely believes that if it reminds you of what happened before, it can prevent future harm. But the past cannot protect you in the present. It can only distort perception. The watcher sees this is the memory, not a prophecy, and suddenly you have space, perspective, and choice. The historian loses its authority the moment you see it as a record, not a warning. Part 6, Character 5, The Strategist, the Controller. The strategist is the voice that says, let me handle this. Let's fix it. Let's manage this outcome. Let's adjust to get the reaction we want. It micromanages. It edits your authority. It performs. It manipulates, not out of malice, but out of fear of losing connection or approval. The strategist is born from environments where emotional safety depended on performance. But when the watcher awakens, you realize, I don't need to control everything to be safe. And the strategist dissolves back into the simplicity of presence. Part 7, The Moment of Seeing. Beloved, the moment you see these characters clearly, something extraordinary happens. You step outside the entire cast. You stop being the performance. You stop being the character. You stop being the script. You become the director, the one who sees. Awareness does not need these characters to disappear. It only needs them to be recognized. Recognized characters lose their power. Unseen characters run your life. Part 8. A Guided Inner Experience. Meeting the Cast from Presence. Close your eyes. Let a thought arise. Now ask, which character is speaking? Is it the narrator explaining life? The judge criticizing, the protector anticipating danger, the historian reminding you of the past, the strategist trying to shape the outcome. Whichever one it is, just notice. Don't engage, don't argue, don't fight, don't try to fix. Simply see. A character is speaking, and I am the one who is watching. That moment, that pure moment of recognition is liberation. Beloved, you are doing extraordinarily deep work. You are peeling back the layers of inherited identity and meeting the architecture of your inner world with clarity, compassion, and sovereignty. The watcher is becoming stronger. The characters are becoming transparent. The mind is shifting from tyrant to tool. In episode 4, we deepen even further. Emotional sovereignty, feeling fully without losing the witness. This next step is essential because once you met the characters of the mind, you must learn how to relate to the emotions that accompany them.